It's a tiny Syrian village tucked in the Kalamun Mountains that is one of the few remaining places on the planet where Aramaic, the language spoken by Jesus Christ, survives. The next 4 years were filled with happiness and laughs, until the war started in Syria. The whole atmosphere around me had changed. In the end of the summer holidays, we were in Malula, and fortunately enough, we were sleeping in my grandparents' house when ISIS bombed the military barricade of Malula and entered it. Everyone was so scared, and we all gathered in the attic until we could all hear the voices of ISIS screaming and shouting. Around 20 ISIS men knocked on our neighbor house. We could see them from the windows of the attic, and they captured 3 men, which were my mom's cousin. But one of the 3 men had the courage to say, "I was born a Christian, I will die a Christian." Mom turned me around, and my grandfather said, "Whatever they tell you to do, do it. Don't argue with them." He was telling this to my brothers because they were in the age to be taken away by them. I was trembling with fear. We stayed inside the attic for 3 days. Couldn't get out even for bathroom because we didn't want to draw any attention. After those 3 days, the government opened a war on ISIS people. But all the civilians were inside, so they gave us a respite for 12 hours to leave Malula. We left Malula in a military van. Then, for 3 months I couldn't sleep. Every time I tried to sleep, I will have the flashbacks, so I started sleeping between mom and dad. During that time, the government started to take every guy above the age of 18 to compulsory military. So my parents planned to smuggle my older brother to Lebanon. Thanks God, they succeeded, but my other brother was about to sit his HSC. He turned 18 while he was doing his HSC exams. And in the day of his last exam, I remember him saying that today when I come back, I will have my freedom from exams, from school. Unfortunately, on his way back from school, an officer gets on the bus he was taking and picks every single guy on the bus who was over 18, and my brother was one of them. Then we went to him. He was crying. We stayed there for 3 hours until the officers told us to go. Then the next day from the morning, we went, but they were gone. The officer then told us that we would be allowed to visit him after 2 weeks, every week until he finishes his training period. Then they took him to a place very far away from where we were living, and we weren't allowed to meet him. After 2 months, we couldn't contact him at all. Mom started contacting his friends. None of them told her anything until she begged one of them, and he told her that he was murdered. He was murdered in the 18th of April 2014. I still remember this day like if it was yesterday, the day which switched my life and my family's life. Luckily enough, Malula was released from ISIS and we could go back. We went and found our house burned to the ground, and of course all my memories were burned with it. After around a year, on a random day, my eldest brother went out to work and never came back home again. We started looking in government offices, in hospitals, police offices, but we couldn't find him. Mom and Dad decided to come to Australia. Dad will be able to do a heart surgery and protect me because I was the only left child, and find ways with the Red Cross to find my eldest brother. For me, since 2 years, I have been working diligently hard to achieve my aim of becoming a cardiothoracic surgeon. But I always remember my grandfather's advice. Don't make it eat you away. Instead, use it to make you stronger. Australia is a beautiful, peaceful, merciful country. I mean it. When we came, the government embraced us with its mercy. I like Australia so much. It's my new home now.